So today might be the last day that I ever shoot with the Sigma 24 1.4. Let me explain. So about 6 months ago, I purchased the Sigma 24 to 70 2.8, and that thing is crazy good, like probably the best lens I've ever used. But ever since then, I haven't used the 24 at all. I recently had someone offer to buy it off of me for a pretty good price. So that's why we're out here today. So I got the 24 in my bag, and the plan today is to toss it on the camera and use it one last time to decide if I want to keep it or not. Because if I want to sell it, the guy's gonna come to get it tomorrow, and if I want to keep it, then I have to cancel. So I've got the lens right here. We're gonna switch it on to the camera in like 2 seconds and then start this vlog. Here we go. And just like that, we're rolling on the 24. I want to start out this vlog by flying my FPV drone. It's snowing right now and I haven't flown in the snow yet, and I'm really excited to do it. So I'm gonna toss the drone up in the air and just cruise around for a minute. I'm a little bit nervous. This will be interesting. All right, here we go. First flight in the books, not too bad. Okay, so 24 millimeters. What does that mean? When we're talking about a full frame camera like my Sony A7 III, a 24 millimeter lens is on the upper end of the wide angle category. Wide angle lenses are probably one of my favorite category of lenses to use because they're super versatile for what I do. In this shot, for example, right here, you see me, you see my upper body, probably a little bit above my head here. You can see the trees in the background, the snow, the whole thing. As the audience, you don't really have to figure out where I am. You know I'm in a park, you know it's snowing, and that's enough for you to get an idea of, okay, where is Joey, what are we talking about? For what I do, 24 millimeter lenses are perfect because I can kind of just sit the camera down and chat and pick it up and move on over and over and over. But the real magic with this lens is in the second half of its name, f1.4. What that means is that the lens can open up to a maximum aperture of f1.4. And that might just be numbers and letters to you, but here's the effect that it has, okay? Right now, we're shooting at f4. So f4 is a pretty typical aperture. Like a lot of lenses will go down to f4. Watch this. And here we are, wide open at f1.4. If you noticed, the background should be a lot more out of focus. Your eyes are probably a lot more drawn now to my face because there's way less distractions behind me. Even the trees, you still know they're trees obviously, but you're clearly supposed to be looking at my face and my body rather than what's behind me. And that aspect of a lens is what I think makes it totally stand out from other ones. An f1.4 lens means that you can now guide your audience or guide your viewer, if you're a photographer, to the specific point in the image that you want them to look at. And this aspect is pretty unique because on a wide angle lens, it's not that common to have out of focus elements. It's kind of like one of these weird spots where you have a wide angle so you can see everything, but your depth of field is a lot shallower, meaning that I'm clearly in focus and that isn't. As I'm talking about this, I realize that it's getting really snowy right now and I kind of want to take advantage of the fact that it's snowy. I'm gonna shoot some B-roll at f1.4 and give you guys a taste of what this lens can do, or what I can do with it, because I'm not that good at B-roll, but you get the idea. All right, here we go. Oh, something's smoking. It's smoking. Oh no, I definitely fried it. All right, it's part of the game, I guess. Dang. Oh yeah, she's burnt. Oh, I can smell it. That's so bad. Well, the FPV gear started smoking. I definitely broke something, but happens. What are you gonna do? All right, let's get back to this lens video. So now this is where things get a little bit tricky because I've just spent all this time talking about why this lens is really good, right? It's a nice wide angle, the maximum aperture is super nice for background blur, like why do I want to get rid of it? And the reason isn't very satisfying, and it's that I just don't really have a use for it anymore. I'm using the 24-70 lens a lot, and I'm gonna make a dedicated video on that one. But basically, since I've been using it, I don't really need this. And the main reason why is that I'm not good at shooting with primes. If you don't know what primes are, a prime lens is one that doesn't zoom, so this one doesn't zoom. And when you're trying to be like a vlogger or someone who goes on YouTube and does stuff like this, you need to have the versatility to zoom a little bit. Okay, I kind of have a confession to make. I expected to come out here today and basically convince myself that selling the lens is the right move. But I don't know, today was weird. Today I kind of just enjoy shooting at f1.4, and you can't do that on a zoom lens. Like rocks, for example, look super cool at f1.4. Trees, grass, buildings, like literally anything just looks sick when you shoot it wide open at f1.4. And now I don't know what to do, because I have to let this guy know tonight if he's coming to buy it tomorrow. And I haven't even made up my mind yet. So after defrosting for a bit, I had some more time to think about this whole thing, and as much as I like the lens, the fact of the matter is that I just don't have a good use for it anymore. Between my vlogging lens and my all-around lens, I just don't need a third lens that also covers 24mm. But if you're someone that doesn't have money for expensive zoom lenses, I still stand behind my recommendation to get this one. Like if you're someone that does a lot of night shooting or astrophotography, this one is perfect. If you're someone that shoots a lot of environmental portraits or does tons of cinematic B-roll montages, then it's a no-brainer. But unfortunately, that's not me. And because of that, it's time for it to go. That is, unless both of your buyers never showed up and your listing hasn't had any hits in 3 days. So if you enjoyed this video, leave it a fat thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do if you were me. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.